Hey, I'm Emily and welcome back to my channel. So this is the first part of my new crafting vlog series. If you follow me on my other socials, you know that I'm doing my very first craft market coming up, and that means that I have to create a whole bunch of stock and make sure I get everything ready in time. So I've been crafting so much lately, and I've been putting in so much work behind the scenes that I thought I would film it all for you guys and make a little series if you want to follow along on my journey. So basically, I'm just making a whole bunch of videos in like a week or two's worth of content and just basically showing you what I'm doing when I'm not actually sitting down and making videos. The first product that I had made for my craft fair are the Daisy hair clips. These clips have become very popular lately. I also really like them. I wear them myself. I've worn them in the gym. I've dropped them on the floor a few times and they hold up. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous for this craft fair, just because there's so much that goes into it and it's my first time. I haven't worked a customer service job in like 10 years. I guess one could argue that nursing is customer service, but I don't know. I feel like nursing is just completely different. I'm used to like answering questions and solving problems, and this is more just like selling my product. So if anyone has any tips, I would absolutely love that. These, even though the daisies are really tiny, it takes a while to finish making these. I would say it probably takes like 40 minutes to make one, just because I have to layer the vinyl and everything's very, very tiny. Cutting everything out, placing the vinyl on the clip, it's just very small. It's very tedious. And of course, I have to start every morning with iced coffee or an iced latte. My day is not started until I drink my coffee. And while I'm making inventory for my craft market, I also have to fulfill orders that get placed on Etsy. So I'm making some personalized tumblers, which this customer reached out to me pretty last minute. She needed the order within a few days. I was like, all right, I'll try my best to make them the day that she ordered them and then send them out priority, hoping that they would get there on time for her party. And they did, actually. I was a little bit worried, but yay, they arrived just in time for her party. It's really cute. I love the light pink theme. And then the next order that I had to ship out is my best-selling glass, which is the color-changing Bridgerton glass. And I love shipping out glasses. I try to make sure they're as secure as possible in the box, but it's just like fun for me to wrap these glasses. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And every order gets a thank you card, a product care tip card if applicable, and also a freebie sticker. And I found this really adorable tape on Amazon. Not only is it on brand because it's neutral colored, but it's actually surprisingly good tape. You never know what you're going to get ordering from Amazon, and I was pleasantly surprised. And once it's all taped up, now it's ready to go. So I'm dropping these off at the post office ASAP. Next on the agenda is to make a whole bunch of Bridgerton glasses. So I have my color changing Bridgerton glasses, but I also sell regular purple Bridgerton glasses. So I'm making a few of each just because I want the customers to have a big variety of things to choose from. So I decided to make both designs for this craft fair. And these glasses also take a really long time. I don't know what it is. They take a long time, but I like making these, so it doesn't really bother me. But they do take a while. There's just a lot of steps involved. It's actually crazy. When I first designed this Bridgerton glass, I mean, I personally love the design. I love like florals. I love Bridgerton. I liked it, but I was not even remotely expecting it to blow up the way it did. I had so many orders for this glass, especially last year around the holidays. I was making multiple batches of this glass a week. It was crazy. I'm so grateful and also like surprised when people will like obsess over this glass. I'm like, wow, like I just like, it took me by surprise that people loved it so much that I was literally like selling out. So yeah, you gotta bring your best-selling product to the craft fair, right? Like that makes sense. But I'm also trying to figure out what I could make that is in season right now that people will gravitate more towards. I'm not gonna bring a bunch of like Christmas themed products to a craft market in May. Like that doesn't really make any sense. Sometimes applying the gold vinyl, it doesn't stick very well. So one of the tricks that I get to have it stick to the glass is using a hair dryer. You could use this not only just for glasses, but for any surface that you're having a hard time getting your vinyl to stick to. I just use my hair dryer for like 5 to 10 seconds on the vinyl, let it heat up, and then I will go back over the vinyl with the scraper tool, and it really does help get the vinyl to stick. When I first started making these, I noticed that the gold vinyl would start to come off of the glass after washing it a few times. So I decided that I was going to apply a thin layer of Mod Podge just to the gold vinyl to hopefully get it to stick better, because I haven't had that problem with any other type of vinyl that I've used in the past. Even like holographic, chrome, color changing, regular vinyl, like anything that I've worked with, I've never had vinyl peel off before. So I was like, that's a little weird. And I also don't want to send that out to my customers without fixing the issue, because I'd be mad if I spent all this money on a glass and then, first time I'm using it, the vinyl starts coming off. I'd be pretty annoyed. So the Mod Podge acts as like a sealant. So once I make sure that the vinyl is flush to the glass, I am now applying a thin layer of Mod Podge just to the gold vinyl, letting it dry, and then I wash all my glasses before I send them out to my customers. So that way I will also make sure that everything looks great before I send it out. But yeah, so since I've been applying the Mod Podge, I haven't had any complaints, and I haven't seen the vinyl peel since then, so I'm very grateful. It's just an extra step that I have to put into these glasses, but if it makes my glasses last longer, I really don't have any complaints. I have a few more videos like this planned with more content. I'm going to be filming my journey getting set up for the craft market, at the craft market, and then hopefully later I could have some tips for you guys, or, things that you shouldn't do if you're starting your craft journey. If you guys have any requests, recommendations, criticisms, things that you want to see more of, things that you want to see less of, please let me know in the comments. I really would love to hear any feedback, and I'll keep your feedback in mind when I'm making my content. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.